Hey my beautiful Leo gang, what's happening, what's crack-a-lackin', and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your April 2021 reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below. As always, these readings are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome. And if not, it's not your message. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, you're more than welcome to. All that information is going to be linked down in the description box down below. Leo, I want to wish you guys a good morning, man. Happy morning. Good morning to y'all. I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your day. And with that all being said, let's see what we got going on here for the month of April. Messages for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April 2021. What do we got coming in for Team Leo here? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April 2021. There's definitely this pressure, man. This pressure on your throat chakra area. You know, it's this energy of like feeling like you can't breathe until you get it out. Like you need to say something, but at the same time you feel like you're being choked. Interesting. It's the repercussions of your truth I think you guys are going through here throughout the month of April. It's like the repercussions of your truth. You speak your truth and it makes you feel better because you got what you needed to get off of your chest, but at the same time, there are people that are going to fight that truth. There are people that are going to disagree with what it is you speak, with what authenticity you bring to the table. And I think this month is going to be learning how to counteract that. It's going to be learning how to accept living in your truth, but not letting others see eye to eye, not letting others accept you for what you tend to believe, who you really are. And that's absolutely okay. You know, as a Leo Venus, because I got Venus and Leo, I can understand sometimes the feeling of not being accepted and how much that can take a toll on a Leo. You know, there is that energy where when a Leo is not being accepted, it feels like they're not being accepted into a pack, you know? So I kind of feel like that's an energy you guys will be going through here throughout the month of April. There's this way of you need to speak your truth, but you kind of feel like you're being choked at the same time. You feel like, well, if I let out my truth here, it can cause, you know, me to be more happier. It can cause me to be living in my authenticity, but it can also cause repercussions, you know? And fuck it, Leo, let there be repercussions for the truth that you speak. Living in the authenticity of who you are and what you believe and what you want to stand up and fight for is going to be the best thing for you, okay? So let's get into this. Interesting channeling to come up in the beginning. I can literally feel it. Like, it feels like there was like this tightness in my throat when we were getting into it. So let's see what we got going on for Leo, please. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April 2021. What's coming in for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April 2021. All right, Leo, let's go ahead here and take a look. Leo, overall energy for you guys here is showing up as the High Priestess. There we go. You're connecting with your higher self here, your spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, man. You could be dealing with a Pisces possibly as well. When you got the High Priestess energy here, this is about revealing what's hidden, okay? The High Priestess card is about things that are hidden from the world, hidden from yourself, things that are left in the dark. And you want to bring whatever's in the dark here, Leo, to light in the month of April. The High Priestess energy is also like a very intuitive, a very connected to spirit card. So a lot of you Leos may be forming a more solidified bond to your spirit guides or to spirituality in general. Your current energy, we got here a Two of Wands. Person you're dealing with, we got the Strength, which is also a Leo card. And then the outcome that's present, we got the Queen of Swords. Yeah, so there's a lot of confliction happening here about bringing what's in the dark to the light. You know, the High Priestess card, once again, is what is hidden from the world, and you want to reveal what's hidden, but at the same time, you find yourself at a major conflict doing so, okay? Now, I know for a lot of people watching so far, you're like, Ant, this reading doesn't make sense. We'll get into it in just a second, okay? So, Two of Wands, you're at a conflict about what to say. Taking a look at who you're dealing with, we have the Strength card, and these are people who are staying quiet. See, the Strength energy is about holding back. Sometimes you have to hold back to be strong. Other times you have to embrace your strength. In this personal situation, I feel like whoever this is you're connecting with showing up as a Strength card is a person who is holding back. They're taming the beast, okay? Because this is somebody who doesn't want to deal with said repercussions. As for the outcome that's present, though, Queen of Swords, it's time to stand up and speak your truth. It's time to stand up for what it is you believe in. So, Leos, there's something here, man, that you guys got to talk about. You know, whether this is something that happened in your personal life, whether this is something for the collective, whether this is about a love and romance situation, there is something that's been kept in the dark that you're becoming aware about, and you need to let that information out. And as for the person you're dealing with, it looks to me like they're not willing to hear it. You know, people can't see if they're not willing to open up their eyes, right? So whoever this is you're dealing with here, the Strength card, someone here is shutting out a truth that you want to reveal to the world, okay? And they think they're doing it in the name of love, King of Cups. They think that by loving you and caring for you, Leo, this is the way. Let me not pay attention to whatever's coming up right now. Let me kind of just blatantly ignore everything because I love and care for you and I don't want to get into it. This reading's interesting. I really am waiting for it to like come together because I'm a little confused here as well, Leo. So hold on. Let's take a look at the Two of Wands. Why is Leo showing up as the Two of Wands? Seven of Swords. You feel like this could be destructive. Whatever information's coming up right now. Seven of Swords. This is why you're so conflicted, because you don't know if speaking your truth is going to hurt you and the people you love more than if you weren't to speak your truth. That's why you're at a major conflict, Leo. You have no idea. What is this truth we speak of? Because that's really what this whole reading's about. Clarify the High Priestess. What is this truth that we're talking about here with Leo that is coming to light? We got here Nine of Pentacles, we got here Ace of Wands, we have here Two of Pentacles, and we have here the Devil. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, creating a new way to individualize yourself, creating a new way to become independent from negative energies that are holding ourselves back, a new way to free yourself from a negative and toxic cycle. So, Leo, you're finding a way right now to free yourself from a lot of negative and toxic cycles. And I think that the people that you're surrounded by, whoever the Strength card is, it could be a specific person or multiple people, they're in this space right now where they're choosing not to see the fact that they are entrapped in many toxic cycles. You can see through the bullshit. You see that they're in a space where they're in cycles that are making them unhappy. You know, you can see the truth in what they're living in. And at the end of the day, as much as you want to help them, as much as you want to show them the light, you want to show them the truth, somebody here is not willing to listen. They're not willing to open up their eyes. This is a really interesting reading, guys, because I feel like this goes really deep. It's not just about a personal love situation. It's a situation where you're involved with people that don't want to see what you see. They don't want to open up their eyes to a truth that you've revealed. And that truth that you've revealed is that they're trapped in a lot of negativity. And they can't see it, but you can. So this could be, you know, family members that you're concerned about. Maybe you see that they're stuck in cycles right now and they're going over and over and over, up and down in these cycles of unhappiness, of negativity, of toxicity. And you wish that you could show them that they could walk away from those cycles. But at the same time, they're entrapped in it. They're stuck in it, right? And they don't want to choose to see that where they're at is actually giving them true unhappiness. So I think what this really comes down to for you guys, throughout the month of April, is speaking your truth or not. You should always speak your truth and live in your authenticity. And whatever the person you're dealing with does is their choice. You know, it's not your duty, Leo, to make everybody resonate with what you resonate with. It's not your duty to have people, you know, believe what you want to believe in and what you want to stand up for and what your truth is. If people choose not to see things, that is their choice, you know? So it's kind of like you got to put your truth out there and then take a step back and let people decide what they want to do. Let the person you're dealing with decide whatever it is they want to do, because at the end of the day, it's not your duty to change anybody. They have to be willing to see the truth and change for themselves, right? So you see people in your life that you care about in really shitty situations, you know, whether they're in toxic relationships, whether they're involved in a really bad job, whether they have a really bad relationship, whatever the case is, you know, you see a lot of shit going on and you've been quiet about it for a long time, but now you don't want to be quiet about it. The problem is, though, is that there's a lot of conflict when you open your mouth up, right? Because there's repercussions. When you tell somebody, hey, I can see through the BS, I can see that you're unhappy, I can see that your man is toxic, I can see that your job is making you unhappy, you know, people tend to get very defensive, and that's where repercussions come into play. People get upset when they hear what they don't want to hear. A lot of people tend to fantasize and numb their pain and numb their unhappiness and accept a life that doesn't make them happy. And Leo, you're not in that space. If you ever look at a Leo, they're never going to live a life that makes them unhappy, okay? Leos will literally say, I don't give a fuck if I lose this, this, and this, and this. I'm going to make sure that I'm doing shit that makes me happy. I'm not going to do something that's against my will. Because Leos have that pride spirit, and you guys have that lion spirit where you want to go out there, live your best life, and do what you love. So this is a really interesting reading so far. I really hope I'm not confusing anybody. But it's basically like in the month of April, you're itching to show people what you see. Whether it's people you love and care for, like if you're concerned for family and loved ones, if you're concerned for friends, if you're concerned for the collective, okay, or something like that. Maybe, and somebody Leo is watching, you may be a part of the spiritual community or some shit like that, okay? You're just in a space right now where you need to say what you feel. And it's going to be up to everybody else to make their own choice on whether or not they want to see through the illusions they're trapped in. That's what's happening here throughout the month of April. In regards to the person Leo's dealing with, how does this individual feel towards Leo? And what is going on with this person throughout April 2021? Empress, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, World card. Maybe there is a chance, Leo, if you speak your truth, you might wake up whoever this is you're connecting with. Because the Empress card over here to the Six of Pentacles is seeing eye to eye. It's having growth. Instead of deciding to keep their eyes closed, this is opening up their eyes to the perspective that you're bringing to the table. I actually think, Leo, if you speak your truth, you have a shot about showing whoever this is the truth that you have come to understand. We also have the World card here and the Knight of Wands. And with that being said, new cycles can begin. As old cycles filter out, new cycles tend to come on in. So, Leo, you've been holding back for a while. You've been conflicted for a while. You're like, I have no fucking idea if I want to, involve myself in other people with my own personal opinion, but I see the truth behind what they're involved in. I can see that they're unhappy. I can see that my best friend's unhappy with their job. I can see that my lover is unhappy with their family. I can see that my, sister is not happy in her toxic relationship with her abusive man. Like, I could see through all the bullshit. And I've been silent for so long, but I feel like there is this certain level of responsibility I have to speak my truth authentically and to, say what my opinions are, and whether or not they want to make direct change and whether or not if they want to see eye to eye to me, that's not within my power. I just got to put the information out there, put my truth out there, and let everybody else decide whatever it is they want to do with it. So I honestly think if you do tell whoever this is what you're seeing, what negativity you see, what cycles you see that this individual is stuck in, I think there's a really high chance that they're going to see eye to eye with you. I think there's a very high chance that you're going to enlighten them to walk away from the cycles of negativity that they've been entrapped in, okay? I really think so. How does Leo feel towards the person they're dealing with, please, throughout April 2021? We got here the Chariot. You want to help them out of a rough situation, the Fool card, the Four of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Judgment card. You really care for whoever this is. The Chariot to the Fool card. You really care. You're in a space where you want them to just have that extra push. In a way, you're waking somebody up here. Like I said, this reading is not simple. This reading is not just like, me and the person we're dealing with and love situation and love scenario. This reading is very well a super spiritual one that takes a while to kind of come together. So the Chariot to the Fool card. In a way, Leo, I kind of feel like you are the intuitive push to help this person break free from whatever cycle they're involved in. I think that is kind of your role here in the month of April. You kind of are the messenger. The person that's going to open up this individual's eyes to the fact that they're living a life that makes them unhappy. You're going to show them that. You're going to enlighten them. You're going to give them that push, that little intuitive nudge with the Fool card that shows the person you're dealing with, hey, this is a life that you're not happy with. There are changes that need to be made, but I can't make those changes for you. You have to make those changes directly for yourself. And you're doing it out of love, because the Four of Wands over here is love, and you're doing it out of devotion because you're loyal to whoever this is. You got the Hierophant here too. You care for whoever this person is. So at the end of the day, you want to give them a chance at happiness, and you want to show them what's holding them back in life, what's keeping them stuck. So, like I said, Leo, whether this is somebody close to you, a specific person you're dealing with, whatever the case is, you know, you see somebody here who's just entrapped in cycles that are not healthy for them. And you know that, you know, you have to pay a price every now and then for speaking your truth. You know, people will agree with you, people will disagree with you, people will get defensive, people will tell you to stay out of their business, blah, 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 blah. You know, that is something that always happens anytime people speak their truth, right? So at the end of the day, you know there's going to be repercussions here, but you are getting that gut feeling that you need to stay true to your authenticity. You need to speak your truth. And I really do think you have a good shot at showing somebody some enlightenment here in the month of April. I think that if you explain to them what it is you're seeing and what kind of cycles you're finding this person involved in, I think they're going to start to see it for themselves too. So I think you got a good shot over here. I think, honestly, speaking your truth is going to be the best thing in your favor. In regards to where energies are aligning between Leo and the person they're dealing with throughout April 2021, what do we got? We got here the Page of Swords, we got here the Knight of Cups, we got here the Five of Cups, and we got here the Knight of Swords. Yeah, Page of Swords to the Knight of Cups. When you communicate, Leo, with love and compassion, because that's really what this is all coming down to. You're not, you know, trying to make somebody unhappy by saying, hey, I see you involved in a cycle that doesn't make you happy in your life. You're not trying to say that, you know, I'm looking at your life and it's not so great. You're not trying to put anybody down here, Leo. You're trying to help somebody with love and compassion, saying, look, I see problems that you're going through and we can find solutions as long as you decide to wake up and acknowledge the actual fucking problem. Because the thing is that in life, sometimes people get so numb to the core that they become so passive aggressive that they don't want to acknowledge the problem they're dealing with. Instead, they kind of want to numb themselves and tell themselves enough times that this isn't a problem, this is happiness, this is love, everything's all good, everything's okay. They lie to themselves so much to the point where they believe it. And Leo, you're like, I gotta break that curse. I can't have you lying to yourself about shit that really isn't making you happy. I gotta make you see that you're in positions that aren't good for you and that you deserve to have a way out. So by communicating with compassion and love, that's really what's going to break the curse here for the person you're dealing with. That's what's going to make them see the cycles they're involved in. And granted, Five of Cups, they'll be disappointed. Knight of Swords, there will be active change that comes from this, okay? All right, as for the overall outcome for Leo throughout the month of April, please, between Leo and the person they're dealing with, what is the overall outcome between the two of them? What do we have? We have here the Eight of Pentacles, putting in a massive amount of work. Let's pull in one more card. And we have here the Moon card, and we have here the Page of Wands. Not a bad way, man. I like this. Not a bad card. So you got here Eight of Pentacles, and you got here the Moon card. You know, sometimes people, like I keep mentioning numbness, right? I think the person you're dealing with was numb. Like they kept telling themselves enough times, oh, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. And because they lied to themselves so much, they tended to believe it. You're going to help them reconnect with their true emotions. You're going to help them reconnect with how they actually feel about the situation they're involved in. And once you do that, everything else flows. Page of Wands. Once you do that, massive change occurs. Once you do that, you're en route to a new beginning, and so is the person you're dealing with. So Leos, not a traditional reading, man. Not a traditional reading, not something that we're used to, but I hope it resonates for those that needed it most, you know? It was definitely a little bit of a more out there reading, but to summarize what we found, you know, you were in a space this month where you feel like you need to say something. You need to get some sort of truth out, and you know there's going to be repercussions that could be positive or negative by speaking your truth. You know, people can tell you mind your damn business, or other people could say, yo, you're right. I can't believe I didn't see that earlier. You know, but you feel like you need to say what you need to say. So you're going to show somebody what you're seeing in the background, the darkness that's coming to light, you know? You see somebody unhappy doing something, whether they're unhappy at their job, unhappy in their life, unhappy with their relationship and their marriage, and you're going to put your 2 cents in and say, look, this is what I'm seeing, and I can see through the BS. And in a way, you kind of give them this intuitive nudge that helps them reconnect with their emotions because they've been so numb. And as you start activating them emotionally, they start recognizing, shit, I am unhappy here. And I think that by explaining your truth here in the month of April, Leo, it's really going to help guide the person you're dealing with to seeing how you see things, to seeing the truth that you were proclaiming. And once they realize that, they're like, wow, I've been blinded and numb for so long that I didn't even recognize how unhappy I really was. And now that I'm breaking free from the cycle, thank you for pushing me in the right direction, but this is a choice that I'm going to make for myself. So you will be pushing whoever this is you're dealing with in the right direction. They will be making this choice for themselves, and they'll be walking away from whatever toxic cycles you were warning them about, okay? So yeah, man, Leo, that's what it's all about this month. Speaking your truth. Helping people get out of a shitty situation. You know, I know some people are going to be in the comments like, well, this reading really seemed a lot more about the person that I was dealing with rather than me, but it's a lot more than that. It's not just about this person. It's about living in your authenticity and not giving a fuck what comes after that. You know, Leo, you got to be a badass in life. You got to just say what you got to say, be who you are. And if people want to talk shit about it or if people are upset, it is what it is. You got to live your life directly as who you are and live in your truth and authenticity. And I think that by you giving this person that intuitive nudge, you're going to reach a new level, Leo, where you feel so confident in being who you are, where you feel so confident in speaking your truth to where you're not going to have conflict like this again. You're not going to have that Two of Wands. If you see something that you feel is harmful or is not right, you're going to make sure you stand up for what you believe in. And you know what's funny? I wrote these index cards a long time ago. I guess I've been saving it for a rainy day, but the first card that's on here is don't fall back, fight for what you believe in. It reminded me because I remember writing this down. I made cards a long time ago, like little personal cards that had a message on it. And this is at the top of the deck. I got a whole deck over here, you know? I got another card over here. It says expectations can be deceiving. It's time to be present. The past only exists if you let it, right? So I had a whole bunch of different sayings, and at the top of these cards, the first thing that came up was don't fall back, fight for what you believe in. And I think that that's the power you're reclaiming this month, fighting for what you believe in and not falling back, no matter the cost, no matter the repercussions, no matter the differences of opinions. You will fight for what you believe in at all given times, especially for the people that you love, and the way that you fight, Leo, will always be with love and compassion. So fantastic reading, guys. Listen, man, if it resonates, cool. If not, it's not your message. If you're confused, leave a comment down below. I'll try to sum up what I saw in this reading. But thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Leo, I hope you have an awesome and amazing rest of your day and an awesome and amazing rest of your April. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all later, okay? All right, Leo, have yourselves a good one and enjoy this new reclaimed power. All right? Peace.